Hey, welcome to another edition of the Second Win Snippet. Get your second win. My name is Dacia Moore. I'm a licensed counselor as well as an executive leadership coach. And I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Hopefully, you will subscribe. Just click the button below. And what I specialize in is helping nonprofit executives and women owned small businesses utilize the power of emotional awareness for personal leadership and emotional intelligence for professional leadership. Now, what's the difference between the two? Personal leadership is leading yourself, is figuring out and understanding yourself, becoming clear about your goals, your strategies, your weaknesses, so that you can manage yourself. Professional leadership and emotional intelligence, in that sense, is making sure that when you go into the workplace, when you go into your nonprofit or into your small business and you're working with your team, you are aware of yourself and more in tune with what's going on with them so that you can be the best leader possible. That's what I hope for you. And that is what I'm going to try to help you with. Today, we're going to talk about reflection. All right, it's the end of the year. The new year is coming. 2026 will be here before you know it. Many people are saying, where did the time go? Well, we all get the same amount of time, but what we want to do as effective leaders is to use our time wisely. And one of the best things that you can do to use your time wisely is to harness the power of reflection so that you learn from your past mistakes, from the obstacles that were in your way, from the Achilles heel that you may have, metaphorically speaking, your weaknesses, if you will, personally and professionally, so that you can strategize on how to overcome those obstacles, how to deal with those weaknesses, how to hire people who may be better at a thing than you are. You don't have to do everything. And that's one thing about Black women leaders is we feel like we have to carry everybody and everything. That is not true. And women in general are caretakers for the most part, and we feel like we have to take care of everybody else. I am suggesting that in these last few weeks of 2025 that you spend time on you, meaning that you take a few moments, more than a few moments, you take some time, up to an hour, to sit down and look at your life from 2025, this past year. Look at your life, take your calendar, look at what you've done, what you wanted to do that didn't get done. Look at the positives that happened in 2025. What are some of the challenges that you had in 2025? And reflect on those and make a plan for 2026. You did it for your business. You created a strategic plan. You probably created a business plan if you're a small business owner. You spent time with your board hammering out who was going to do what in 2026 and maybe even beyond that. But have you done it for yourself? That's what I'm talking about. We need our own personal strategic plan because we want to get better personally with our relationships, with our health, with our spiritual life, making sure that we are spending time with the Lord to hear His direction. We want to get better at our relationships, not only our spouses and our children, but our friends. A lot of times, as leaders, we neglect our friendships, and we have to stop that. Listen, I have over 20 years of nonprofit leadership experience as well as clinical training, and I understand how easy it is to let friendships kind of go by the wayside because we are working and grinding so hard. I am suggesting that in 2026 you have a little bit more balance in that you put in devoted time to friendships, relationships, spirituality, health. Are you taking care of your health? Are you eating well? Are you exercising? Those are some things that maybe fell off in 2025 that you can improve in 2026. Now, I'm not fussing at you. I am encouraging you. I am encouraging you and admonishing you to be more reflective in these last few weeks so that you can be strategic in 2026 and make sure that you put things in your calendar that will help you personally and professionally. So here are the 8 domains that I want you to take a look at in your life. How did you do in 2025? You can give yourself a grade, or you can put, on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being excellent, one being not so good. Give yourself a number and then come up with a plan. Just 1 or 2 things that you will do to improve in that area. So we have, first of all, spiritual, because your relationship with your higher power, with the Lord, is a primary, most important thing, because that's where you get your energy and that's where you get your guidance for your purpose. So your spiritual life, did you spend time in daily prayer, Bible reading, and meditation? Are you going to church? Are you feeding your spirit? All right. Number 2, physical. How are you doing with your physicality? Are you getting exercise? Are you taking time to move your body? Okay. Number 3, relationships. Are you pouring into your relationships, or at least spending time with your immediate family, your spouse, your children, your extended family, and then with your friendships? How about your mental health? I'm all about positive mental and emotional health. Are you challenging your negative thinking? Are you aware of your limiting beliefs? One of the things that I recommend to all my clients, whether they're counseling or coaching clients, is to journal. You know what your negative beliefs are, but I don't think you realize how deep they are, or how frequently you say certain negative things to yourself. When you start writing it down, you begin to see, wow, I am really not a very nice person to myself. Yeah. And then you can challenge that, those limiting beliefs, and with affirmations. There are many ways you can do it. We'll talk about that in 2026. But your mental health, are you challenging those limiting negative beliefs? What about your work life? Okay, most of you, you're leaders, so I don't have to worry about the work life. We probably need to manage all the amount of energy that you're spending on your work, but are you doing your work with excellence? And do you enjoy what you do? All right, is it part of your purpose and your passion? Or can you move in that direction? Emotional health. How are you with your emotions? Do you have more positive emotions during the day than negative, or are you always stressed out, overwhelmed, angry, frustrated, impatient? All right. Those are emotions that draw your energy away from you. So we have to manage our emotional health. And I would definitely recommend my book. If you feel like you are stuck in negative emotion, get this book. It's on Amazon. You could just Google or put in Amazon my name, Dacia Moore, and this book will come up. It's $10, and this book has some foundational principles on how to get unstuck emotionally. It'll help you. All right. Intellectual. Are you learning? Are you reading? Are you, and not just the news? I mean, are you expanding your mind? Okay, are you learning new things to keep your mind sharp? I'm in my 4th quarter of living. I'm learning Spanish because it's helping. Not only do I want to learn a second language, but it's helping my neurons to to stay active. We got to keep our minds active. And then financial. Are you making your money work for you, or are you working for your money? My financial advisor told me a long time ago, and it's so true. They see it. Give your money instructions, meaning tell it what to do. Because if you don't tell your money what to do, go to this bill, go to that bill, go to tithing, go to saving. That's the first thing. Go to tithing, go to savings, go to my travel account because I want to travel. And then y'all go to the bills, lights, water, and gas, rent. If you don't tell your money what to do, it'll fly out of your account. And then you'll look and see, where did all that money go? You got to tell it what to do before it flies out of your account. All right, so let's make 2026 different. You have the choice. You can bring your mind and your thoughts under your will. You can tell yourself what you're going to do for your own benefit. You can create a great future, but you have to reflect on what happened this past year and how can I be better this next year. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and tell me what you are going to do to make 2026 your best year yet. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Hope this helped. Be sure to subscribe, and you can reach me at daciamore.com. That is my website. I would love to give a workshop to your women's group or your church group and share these emotional intelligence and emotional awareness strategies in more depth so that we can all get better in the new year. All right. Take care. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye.